to the Dungeon Cooldown. It's Monday night, and it's been a minute since I've been on the cooldown, and Ollie is here being loud, and we have the beautiful, amazingly talented Kari here with us. Kari is one of our newest cast members to the show. Welcome, Kari.
Hello, thank you. And I can't remember if I've done one of these or not, so.
Yeah, we were like, has she done this before? Because I feel like we somehow looped you and we like got you to do one of these before you were even on the show. So I think that's what it was. But hello to Idaho Judd, who's the first person in chat. Gateway Guy. Hello, Tony. Hi, it's me, Justin. Hi, Unknown Axiom. Hello, Chifrikas, my dear. Hello to Partos, and thank you for subscribing to our channel. You did that with your Prime subscription. If you didn't know, if you have Amazon Prime, you get a free subscription to any Twitch channel that you choose. They just give it to you as part of your Amazon Prime. So thank you for choosing the Dungeon Run to do that. We really appreciate that. Hello, Mr. Horse Burial. Hello to a mask. Welcome to the Dungeon Cooldown. We are so happy to be here and so happy to see you. Today, Ollie, you want to say hi? Come here. Come this side. Come here. Ollie wants to say hi. Hello, everybody.
Ollie!
Hello, everybody.
Ollie can't hear me.
He can't hear you, but he hears your heart. Say hi to Kari. Say hi. Hiya. Oh, he's smiling. Get a little smile.
Little snaggle tooth.
Yay. Hi, Cjo. So we're here to talk about... We're here to talk about Dungeons & Dragons, specifically about the Dungeon Run, which is our ongoing actual play show that just had its second season premiere, second campaign premiere, 3 weeks ago now, I believe. And it's off to an awesome start. We are in a live studio now. Don't mind my pets just casually rustling behind me. It's normal. And... yeah, this week we have a special announcement as to what the programming will be, and then the week following, we are back with episode 3 of Campaign 2. Hello to Valexion, and welcome to the chat, the Dungeon Speedrun. Ollie needs a helmet for all of his wrestling troubles.
I'm so excited that we get to come back for the 3rd episode. It feels like we were picking up some momentum, and then we had to like stop for a second, so I'm like really excited to jump back in.
Yeah, same. Yeah, I think last we left off, we know that Ursula was taken away by the not Pegasus, not unicorn creature?
Pegasus, non-Pegasus.
Golden lightning throwing horse creature?
Uh-huh.
It's somewhere in my notes, I'm sure. and we just escaped an avalanche. Well... yeah, what a way to start the campaign.
It was pretty harrowing. I loved it. I was very excited. Yeah, it was really fun.
We had kind of talked about it as a team backstage, but it's interesting to start a campaign with action like that because it doesn't give you a whole lot of opportunity to talk to each other and get to know each other, but at the same time it gives us shared trauma. And now there's something that binds us all together. And yeah, it's kind of hard to start as well, I guess, if you think about it as like, hey, who are you? What's your entire backstory? Why are you here? What happened to you that you're on this adventure? You know, that now this can all kind of like come out a little bit more organically. Yes, Cjo, I'm ready for some interaction between these characters not in combat. Me too. Level 9000 Pikachu says shared trauma is like the Force.
It is definitely a force, yes. Yeah, I actually think though that like you can tell a lot, you can learn a lot from people, about people, kind of watching them behave in high stress situations. So yeah,
there's been a couple of moments, at least for Saint, where things were very triggering to her for very specific reasons that I know that the DMs know about, or at least Ron definitely does. But that would never be apparent to the other characters. But I do hope that once you find out more about Saint and you go back and rewatch episode 1 and 2, you're going to pick up on these little things where you're like, oh, that's why she acted that way. Did you feel that there was anything like that for you, Kari?
You know, my character is still sort of unfolding. I kind of was starting to go one way, and then I was like asking you guys like, how much does your character change from session 0 to like the game? And yeah, so it's Coco's evolving here and there, but I think that's like true for the character because Coco's finding out a lot about themselves. Just all the time. It's a lot.
Yeah. Well, I think too, as you're a new player to D&D, as some of you do or do not know, her journey is going to reflect your journey and figuring out more about.
True.
You don't even know what you don't know yet about the possibilities, and it's going to be so cool to see you carry that through. And obviously, we all believe in you as a performer and as an improviser, so that's why it's going to be so beautiful to see all of those discoveries happen in real time.
Yeah, I'm excited to feel that like in my body too. I just love that so much. So I'm super pumped about it.
The unknown character arcs is one of the most exciting parts about Dungeons and Dragons for me, or any TTRPG. It's like you start with an idea of a character, and then if you are collaboratively storytelling with 5-6 other people and yes-anding what they say, then of course they're going to give you gifts, and that's going to change your story, and you're going to just decide one day that you're going to have a strong reaction to something you never even thought of before, and that's going to change your path too.
I know. I'm really Yeah, I'm really excited about like you were saying, sort of the gifts that the DMs are going to kind of present us, and then also the viewers, the audience, and how they're going to change the trajectory and the outcome. And speaking of gifts,
oh, you have the worms.
I have one of my jars.
That was from episode 1 if you didn't see it. Hi Ninja Padero, thank you so much for that sub. You've been subscribed to our channel for 16 months. Thank you so much for your support. We really appreciate you. I was gonna say something else about what we were just talking about. I think it was just about how the DMs are gonna the interaction. So again, if you're new to the channel, if you're new to the stream, the show, our live D&D show is interactive, which means you can purchase items that actually we'll be getting a new name soon. We are rebranding some of our items so that they're a little more easy to understand for folks who've never seen the show before. But you can purchase items that go towards sort of like Hunger Games style drops into the game that affect the plot. And as Ron and Jared, kind of the heads of the creation of this, have already been through literally years of doing this process with the dungeon run, they're acutely aware of the problems and the successes that we can have with that. And so they're ever finessing better ways for you to interact with the story. And also it'll probably be more, even more organic, I think, and hopefully will change the story like you were sort of getting at there, Kari.
Yeah, it's exciting. It'll be nice that, like you guys will also be extremely surprised, and that'll be fun for me to watch.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
it's interesting too to see how Kari plays the game, because some seasoned D&D players will come in with an idea of a character. I personally, as I've said before on cooldowns and other things, that I come in with like a 17-page backstory, so I have a really good idea of like kind of what my obstacles are and what I want to do with my character, but that can be hindering sometimes, like if you're not exercising your ability to roll with the punches and to learn new things and to discover, then that can kind of lock you in. So if there's someone who's sort of like tabula rasa, blank slate, let's get into it, then that can actually be more helpful and more fun to watch in some ways.
Yeah, hopefully.
Sorry, yeah, you're here. We're getting Ollie in chat because they can hear it. That's Pebbles. They're wrestling. It's a thing. So also our show is supported by Patreon, our lovely, lovely patrons who've been with us for so long. We love you, and we do take questions from them, and we prioritize those in our cooldowns. So I'm gonna pop over there and see if we have any questions. We do. Okay. So Aaron McLeod asks, Kari, how are you feeling now after a couple of episodes? Any secrets with Coco that you want to tease at?
Oh boy. Hi, Aaron. Aaron, that's who it was, right? Aaron?
Yes, Aaron McLeod.
Okay. Hi, Aaron McLeod. Thanks for the question. I'm feeling pretty good. It's I think I have a little bit of like fear at the top of the last two episodes that we've had because I'm like, oh my gosh, I don't know what I'm doing. Like I literally don't know how to play this. And then when I'm there with everybody, like everybody's vibe is so good and we just sort of jump into it and it's like it just feels really fun. I don't know, it just feels really fun and cool. Like I've just never done anything like this. I've never played anything quite like this. Like I play Catan, but like yeah. So I'm really excited about that. As far as little secrets that I could hint at, I think that not any that I really want to share yet.
Okay,
but
that's fair.
also I think we might be doing something where we have some little secrets for some viewers soon. So yeah, so I'm kind of working on something there, but yeah, I know that's like a really long-winded question, but basically like I'm kind of finding it out as I go along and I'm having a really great time and I hope it's fun watching me flail about on the ice.
It is. And sorry, Kari, if you hear me yelling at my animals, the chat can't hear. Chat can't hear me. I'm muting myself for the stream.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay, so the second question from Aaron is, Jess, how have you enjoyed the singing so far? Have you played many clerics in your house games prior to TDR? The singing is just getting started. That's just like, what I have found is that I really want to do improvised songs, so there just needs to be more juice, you know? Like, there needs to be more context in the story for me to make stuff up. Like, I can already... I feel like I make up songs from the heart, and there's not much yet that's happened to Saint that's not just backstory related, so I'm more excited to come up with stuff on the way, and I have a lot of exciting ideas of how to incorporate more music, and I've already looped in Ron, and yeah, we'll see what happens.
I'm excited to find out when the musical sort of like bent comes out of Saint. Like what causes you to sing? Is it like discomfort? Is it comfort? Is it too comfort? Is it like, what is it? I think that's fun.
Yeah, same. Yeah. I have an idea of it, but I'm open to change. Yeah. And what was the second question? Have you played many clerics in your home games prior to TDR? Well, as you know, I played Brick, my 7-year-old boy, chubby little boy, half angel animal, and he was a cleric. He was a life cleric, and that is the only cleric I've ever played. But I've always loved warlocks, and I think clerics are basically just warlocks, but just with like a god instead of a evil demon or whatever. So yeah, I'm super excited to play another cleric.
Do we have a warlock? We don't have a warlock in our group though, right?
Not that we know of.
Not that we know.
There could be a secret
warlock. That wasn't me hinting at something, Aaron.
I'm convinced if I am secretly a warlock.
And if I am hinting at it, I'm catching the hint right now, and I'm gonna let it percolate.
Okay, so the second question we have is from Idaho Judd, who's in chat right now. What was the audition process like? Any good stories from the auditions? Well, so I can start, well, at least with giving the context of the auditions. It wasn't really like an audition. It was like we had folks who we knew through our own circle come in and play D&D with us, and just see just to see what the vibe was. We didn't do like a casting call or anything. We were just like, yo, who's fun? Yeah,
you guys had a bunch of, didn't you guys do a handful of them?
Yeah, I think we did 2 or 3 games. Yeah.
I had been one of the friends of the game, they suggested me, and I just remember I got this text, and he's like, hey lady, what's good? It was like, hey lady, what's good? Have you ever played D&D? Do you want to jump into a game? It's okay if you don't know how to play. And I was like, it's tomorrow. And I was like, I don't know what to say to that, but like, yes. I mean, in the spirit of improv, yes, yes, and so I went to a friend who does some DMing and brought pastries, and I said, please tell me some real basic things so that I know a little bit of what's going on. And he told me some stuff, and I think it went out the window, and I just had a great time. Jess was there at the table game that we had. So anyway, yeah.
Do you remember what happened in that session? I don't.
You mean like the
oh wait, wasn't the one where we walked through the gravestones and there was like they built a really cool map for us?
Yeah, we were walking through some. It did almost seem like almost like a cemetery of some sort.
Yeah.
That there were some statues, and some of them had been beheaded and things like that. So, and then there was some fighting in there.
Yeah,
that was fun.
Yeah. You snuck under the back of a tent and went up and under it, and then I think you got stabbed, or something like that.
I did, but not before. Not before I stabbed and did a little damage myself. Anyway, yeah, it's fun.
I do remember that Saint sang in that one too, but I think she's more confident because that was like a whatever Saint that wasn't like the progression of Saint.
Also, I do remember Serena was there. Serena Marie, who's in her and we teamed up even then near the end of that game. We teamed up our characters and we helped each other out, and so that was really fun. It was really great teamwork, like right off the bat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just to preview what was to come.
Yeah.
Yes, Trifreakus just reminded me that I did have a cleric. I always forget about my granny. For my old Twitch channel, Hello Goodberry, we did a homebrewed D&D campaign called Yelithamore, College in the Sky, and it was like a magical college where all of our D&D characters went to go learn magic. And I played a elderly satyr named Grandma Tuffy. And she was a cleric to, what was her god? It was something ridiculous. It was a unicorn named Sergio. That's what it was. And, yeah, that was fun. I liked playing an old lady.
Aww,
kind of hard to play long term,
7-year-old boy, a granny, and now Saint.
Yeah, I've run the gambit with my clerics.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Okay, so that's all the questions we have in the Patreon. So if you want to throw any questions in chat, please do so. And I'm actually going to look. I think we had a couple questions in the Discord that I'm going to go look at right now. Let's see here. Non-spoilers.
You guys, Jess is really good at tech stuff. It's impressive. I'm impressed. You should be too.
Okay, so we do have a question from Vegan Draco Lich. Kari.
Yeah.
After 3 public sessions of D&D, what tips and hints do you have for new players?
Oh, wow. Tips and hints. Sit next to somebody who really knows how to play.
Morgan.
And somebody else who's, fast math. Tips and tricks, I would just say, Jess actually helped me out at the sort of audition that we had. There was one point where Jess just asked me because I wasn't sure what move to make. I'm like, I don't know what to do in this situation. And she was like, well, what would you do? And I was like, oh, yeah, well, I would do this and this and this. And so I just did that. And I would say that that's like really great advice because that's what's fun about it. Instead of trying to like orchestrate something, it's like just going off of your instincts. It's more fun to play with other people that way. So if you're getting into D&D so that you can connect with other people, which I totally, that would be my advice, is to go in with like an open, kind heart and just be willing to play and connect with people and kind of go off your own instincts. And then also maybe this is something that I still need to do a lot of, but just sort of like even looking at all the dice. Just I kind of want one of those holders that's like, this is the 20, this is the 20, this is the, this is the 6, and this is the, so they have little slots that they sit in.
Yeah,
so it's just like
they
easier
make
to grab.
those. They make those.
I
for
saw.
sure.
I saw them on Etsy.
Oh, now we know what to get Kari for Christmas. She needs a diet.
But anyway, yeah, that would be my advice, is just sit next to someone who's friendly, and then just really just drop in and listen and play what you would do. Anyway,
that's great advice.
Yeah.
I love it. So this aforementioned person who called you about D&D and showed you how it was done, I believe we're talking about Mr. Adam. Am I correct?
Yes, not the DM that I went to that time, but after I joined Dungeon Run, he gave me another crash course.
Okay.
Adam gave me a different one. Yeah.
Okay, so...
Oh, I just said it. I just said his name.
That's okay, because
okay.
What we want to announce here on the Cooldown, and we will also be posting to social medias, is our newest cast member will be joining the Dungeon Run next week. So I'm going to go ahead and throw that image up here. Where is it? There it is! Mr. Cristobal! Adam Selena's Cristobal. Look at that. Look at that man. This sexy
just sassy
man. Yeah, he's a
sassy
human wizard. I believe he's human. I think he's human.
I don't know.
He looks human.
He looks human.
And this awesome art is, of course, by JD Illustrates. And
JD.
My god, just wait until you meet this guy. He's a hoot. I'm gonna just leave him in the corner here so we can just keep looking at him.
And I know Adam from a sketch comedy team that we used to be on together here in LA. So it was really sweet of him to put my name forward, and I was so excited to hear that he was also joining the team. I'm like, oh, this is gonna be fun.
Yeah, he's also from this. I don't know. I shouldn't. I can't say anything else. You're gonna have to find out on this Wednesday in 2 days, because you are going to see his session 0, which was filmed at Two Kings Studio. A big Gaston himbo vibes. That's hilarious, Jafrikas. Just wait till you meet him. He's hysterical. And I think much needed in our group of, we're kind of like, so far we're kind of like nerdy misfits. Like, none of us are very charismatic. We're kind of like, well, we're just out here, we don't know what we're doing, and
I can't remember what you guys call it. Is it chaotic?
Yeah.
I feel like he is that.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I was like, is that the right way to say that?
He's pretty chaotic. He's pretty chaotic. Yeah.
Yeah.
There was, oh man, I want to say so much, but I'm not gonna say it. I saw them filming the session 0, and I saw something that they did that was really funny. But yeah, so that will be this Wednesday, so same time as usual. Ollie, I can't have you on camera all the time, my dude. I gotta do Dungeon Run once in a while. Okay? Is that okay? And Sir Galahad 815 says, hi ladies, any word on the baby bear? No word yet on baby bear. Haven't heard yet. So
I think baby bear might still be cooking.
Yeah. I'm gonna actually text her right now and ask her how
what if she's like, I'm in labor right now?
That would be awesome, because I would just tell everybody right now, live on the internet. I texted her, how is baby bear coming? No, nobody call Marvel. Don't call Marvel. Don't tell Marvel anything. Don't you dare. Marvel's gonna watch this later.
Wait,
probably.
what?
Marvel is Morgan.
Oh, I'm like, Marvel, like Marvel?
Yes, we have an official partnership with Disney's Marvel. You know that?
That's amazing. I love it. I mean, I thought so.
Yeah, 2MS, Marvel equals Morgan. Do we have any other questions in chat? I know we've only had 2 episodes so far, and it's been mostly battle, so there hasn't been a lot of drama yet, but it's coming. The drama's coming, I'm sure. Valcorio seems very dramatic to me. He's got a lot of stuff in his background.
He's like drama all day.
He's like broody. He's like,
yeah,
I've been through a lot already. There's like family politics at play.
Yeah, I want to be like, babe, who hurt you? Who hurt you?
He's just gonna,
and we'll find out.
Gonna like cross his arms and be like, who's standing watch? Who's standing? Wait, actually, his accent is like this. Who's standing watch? Is he American? I think he like falls into British sometimes. Is he British?
Yeah.
He's British?
Yeah.
Oh. What did the jar of worms taste like? Says Chafrikas.
I mean, it tastes like dreams and wishes. It tastes like gummy worms, and then also this is the dirt is like Oreo cookies smashed up.
Is it Oreo cookies?
So it tastes like chocolate. Yeah.
I feel like the one I was eating out of it had like a slightly different texture. It was like cocoa something.
Oh yeah, I think they added cocoa to it because the Oreos have white cream stuff, so I think they were trying to make it, there's not a lot of white in dirt, so they had to put some cocoa in there. It's pretty good.
Perlite.
I'm not gonna lie.
It's a perlite.
What?
Perlite's the white stuff that you see in like cacti soil.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's like well. Anyway, I'm a druid.
Anyway, that's what it tastes like.
Morgan's here. What did I miss? No one tell him. Thank you for that sub, Morgan Peter Brown. Thank you for subscribing to our channel for 16 months. You must really like the dungeon run. Did the worms have any magical effects? They did for you, didn't they?
Yeah, they have like sort of a I think when I was eating them, they did have sort of like a warm feeling, and it was kind of I think I kind of got a little interrupted when we were doing it, because it was like giving me that flashback of like when I had eaten the dirt before. And so anyway, that happened I think in my session 0. But anyway, yeah, which I never got to. Should I be saying that? I don't know what I'm supposed to be saying and not saying.
It's up to your discretion, I think. It's okay if you let something slip. Not everybody.
Somebody tell me.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, good.
But if you feel like next time, if you feel like you got cut off and you really still want to know what's going on, don't be afraid to be like, hey, so was there any more that was going on with that moment? Because I'm curious. You could totally go back to it if you want to.
Okay, cool.
Because I'm interested to know.
Yeah, I mean, I have a feeling, they're in my sack, my pack, so I'm sure.
Pull them back out again.
I'm sure we'll have to pull them back out, because they do have some lovely feeling of, what was it? Am I wrong in thinking that it was there was a clarity? I'd have to go back and look at my notes. Isn't that funny? I'm having a hard time remembering, and I'm saying that it gives you clarity.
I can't remember anything unless I read it down,
you
so
guys,
don't worry about it.
I know. I had it written
made
somewhere.
a TikTok of you saying what it did, and then I've played it like 800 times, and I still can't remember, so. Because I think you just said something like, oh, it tells me, it's on our TikTok. Go to our TikTok. Follow us on TikTok. So Tepartos says, have you based part of your character backstories on spells and abilities that you eventually want to get? Yes.
Jess?
Yes. So
you probably can't tell any more than that, huh?
Well, I've had a lot of D&D characters, so I can talk about a different one.
Okay. Okay.
But I guess you do want to know about these characters. So I could say yes in general I have before, but this character, I think I was gonna make singing fit into any race that I picked. But I think the singing did go along with the cleric stuff. But I didn't know what the abilities would be because Ron homebrewed that. So, yeah. But I mean, Fahima from season 1 was in part based on wanting to get the wish spell. I mean, that's why she was a genie. That's why she was a genie. Because I thought that was so cool to have like an entire character, their goal to get the wish spell, and then why. And how ironic that it would be a genie seeking the wish spell. I love irony in my D&D characters. So many of them are just like, yeah, this, but what if that, though?
Did you get it? Did you get the wish spell?
No, we never leveled up that high.
Oh, what level was it?
It's a 9th level spell, so I think you have to be level, like, I don't know. Does anybody in chat know what level you have to be to get a 9th level spell? I don't know.
It's not 9?
No.
Wouldn't it make sense that it was 9? I'm just saying for anybody with like the logic out there.
Actually, I'm on D&D Beyond right now. Let me look and see when you get 9th level spells. 17? Matt says 17.
I mean, how is anybody supposed to remember that? It's called a 9th level spell. Does anybody else agree that that should be the 9th level?
Here we go. Yeah, 17th. Yeah. So we only got to level 13, I think. So I only got one level 7 spell, I believe. In a way, I did. Yes, that's way too long of a story for us to be telling on the dungeon cooldown. Carrie would be here all night. Someday I'll tell you the story of Fahima and what the heck happened with her. It's a lot. It's a lot.
Maybe we'll do some campfire stories.
Yes.
Because we like to go camping. Maybe we could do some
Carrie
campfire
and I
content.
are the campers of the group.
Yeah.
Next D&D girls camping trip.
Yeah.
I'll tell you all about it.
If we can have fires.
Would you say that you based your character at all on spells or abilities that you eventually want to get?
You know, I was trying Morgan and I were talking about like how did I even become a wood elf ranger? Like I seriously wish I had a great answer for you. I don't. I barely remember how that even came about. But you know, I think that I kind of built it into the character as far as being somebody who left their home like in search of their family for like when they were really young, and so they were wandering around and living in the Feywild. And so there's a certain amount of things that are learned and certain things that are instinctual, but I think Coco in general doesn't feel like an expert at any of it. It's sort of like not belonging anywhere, but sort of belonging everywhere, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So there are many times that I know Coco feels kind of lost, and also kind of I almost liken it to in those battle scenes. This is not what you're asking at all, but what I'm gonna say was I almost liken it in those battle scenes to like, you know, those movies where somebody wakes up and they have all these spy abilities and they have no idea how they're able to do it, like Jason Bourne.
Yeah.
Coco's Jason Bourne, you guys.
Love it. I'm so excited to see that progression.
Yeah. So spells, I don't know because I'm gonna learn them, so I will find out. I might already know some spells and have to figure out how to use them.
Yeah,
Might
that's
be
very
like my
true.
spy skills. Yeah.
Sir Galahad says you're the Indiana Jones Ranger.
I am? How come? Because I'm...
Tell us, Sir Galahad. Tell us more. Carrie's interested to know. Morgan says, read Carrie what kind of stuff you can do with level 9 spells, and she'll know why it takes so long. Okay, so one is called Power Word Kill. You can cast it from 60 feet away. You utter a word of power that can compel one creature you see within range to die instantly. If they have less than 100 hit points, they die instantly. So yeah, you gotta wait a while to get that one.
Less than 100 hit points? Isn't that a lot of hit points?
Sure is.
Who has more than 100 hit points?
Higher level barbarians will, or like big beefy fighters will.
Oh my gosh, that's gonna take
like
forever to kill.
Saint will probably eventually, if she ever levels up that high. Time stop. That is one action, so it takes 6 seconds to cast. It's instantaneous. You stop time for everybody except yourself. No time passes for the other creatures, and you take 1d4 plus 1 turns in a row, during which you can use actions and move as normal. So.
I mean, I would just do that as a joke. I mean, it sounds fun. That would be up Coco's alley, probably.
That's great. That should be your goal, to get to time stop somehow.
Just for fun. Just for fun.
Only sorcerers and wizards can wield it, but we're homebrew, baby. Do whatever you want.
Oh, is that the motto of homebrew?
Well,
like, do whatever you want.
If you truly now were like, okay, Ron, Jared, I really want Coco to be able to do time stop as a joke eventually. Like, that's like my peak. Like, I'll only be happy if that's what happens. That, like, let's do this. They'll be like, hell yeah.
Okay.
Well,
I'm taking notes.
There's gonna be some reason like maybe something that happened in your session 0 that the viewers already know, but maybe there's something that is a part of your character backstory that allows you for some reason to cast that spell eventually.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like it.
Ring of Time Stop. Oh, there's a ring. Oh, that's a ring.
Like the shape, or like a ring that you put on and then you have
A ladder.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Phone booth of Time
Wow.
Stop, like Bill and Ted.
Yeah,
Morgan says level 9
Excellent.
spells are meant to break the game. Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, why would anybody want to do that?
Break the game?
No, seriously, why do you want to break the game? I don't know what that means.
Break the game just means it's kind of like, you know, the DM has set up this huge encounter. It's like all the bad guys have come in, they're surrounding you, and there's like this epic environment, and you're like, actually, power word kill, and you kill the bad guy, and DM's like, but you broke my game.
Oh, but like that's not what they had planned.
Yeah.
Like at all. Is that
Yeah,
what you mean? Okay.
it's like so powerful that whatever story you're telling can be broken by it.
Oh, wow.
If you can just stop time at will, you can break the game. Yeah. So you're not literally breaking it. Like, you can't be like, well, we gotta stop playing now. We're done. The stream is ending. But it's just like, it's like story breaking.
Okay. I mean, kind of sounds mean, doesn't it? I don't know. It doesn't sound like that.
It can be. Yeah, Taparto says it's like throwing a god in a room and it dies in 1 round. Yeah. Anything can be a ring if need be.
It's like escalating straight to heaven, like, or whatever in an improv game.
Yeah.
It's like...
So Dasmir used their channel points to highlight their message. Jess, how is it being back in the studio after such a long time streaming from home? And Kari, how has it been professionally playing D&D now?
Sorry. Oh, it's great. You guys, I'm such a pro. I'm like a pro at knowing not a lot, and I am going to be a pro at this game. I just know it. I'm very excited. I have very good teachers.
I hope you've added that to your acting resume. Professional D&D
it's like
player.
Right at the top. I mean, I feel like I have to do at least five episodes before I can even add it to my Instagram. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so that's my answer.
Okay. All right, so we got 3 more episodes, and then Carrie's gonna be just full ego professional D&D player.
Yeah, obviously. I'm gonna be doing math for everybody. It's gonna be so wrong. Sorry.
I did like saying that when I was first hired at Caffeine. I was like, wait, I'm legit a professional D&D player. This is wild. Like, what? I can. It is
exciting. Yeah, but I will say, sorry to interrupt. No. I will say that, like, before we had started the episodes, I would go to my friends. I'm like, I guess I play D&D now, but like professionally. And they're like, oh, that's cool. I didn't know you played D&D. And I'm like, I don't.
Yeah. Exactly. Well,
but I
soon
do.
You won't be able to say that anymore.
Yeah.
Hi, Cheesy Feet. Welcome to chat. Cheesy Feet is one of my community members over from Reckless Comedy. If you didn't know, I play Xbox Girl over at Reckless Comedy and do a bunch of content over there.
Of course you do.
And speaking of... Thank you. Speaking of, we are shooting next week to be released soon on Reckless Comedy. I'm bringing D&D to the channel. So I'm going to be teaching everybody how to create characters. And we're filming it and releasing it. So I already kind of have this like little plan. We've kind of been talking about it right now in the cooldown, but I'm gonna show everybody how the different ways to approach character creation, because I do think that I have like all of my different characters I have approached in different ways. One is background first. You know, what do you want to accomplish with this character? What themes are interesting to you? What aspects of your personality do you want to explore that you maybe don't get to in your waking life? And so what kind of aligns with that? Sometimes it's a matter of what story that you're already familiar with, or what characters that you love already are you interested in playing out. Like, I love Alana the Lioness, a character from the Tortall series by Tamara Pierce. There's a lot of young women who know about that series. It was like big in the 80s or 90s. Anyway, I made a D&D character that was basically the main character of those stories because I was like, I want to like play this character who I love long term. You know, Fahima was based on a Harry Potter character, so that's a way to approach
cool.
it. Yeah, she was like part Newt's commander. I wanted her to love monsters, and for that to be like her flaw, is that she loved monsters too much.
Too much.
Yeah, she didn't want to fight monsters.
Oh,
because she felt bad for them.
I was like, in my mind, I'm like, and she starts making bad decisions because she falls into a group of troublemaker monsters, and she's just so loves them so much. She's not in her right mind.
Though. I love that. That's another story.
Like a teenager, like falling in with the wrong crowd.
Yeah, I love that. Actually, Zell's kind of like that. Her backstory that we didn't get to in Fortunate Fate. She is a monster. And then you can also approach it class first. Like what is like, do you want to be a spellcaster? Do you want to be a fighter? And what's interesting about that? Like some people are like, ooh, I really like that druids can control plants and turn into animals, so that's where I want to start. Or like, for example, with Brick, I started with the race first because I was like, I want to play an angel. I want to play a half angel, and I'm interested to know how an angel is part of a D&D story. And then I came up with this whole like fallen angel story, and he's reincarnated as a child, and then it like made sense that he would be a cleric, and so that was like race first. And so there's all these different ways that you can approach character creation.
I kind of feel like maybe Morgan walked me through something similar, as far as, now that I'm thinking about it, maybe Morgan remembers, but like as far as like, I think Morgan was asking me sort of what my interests were, or like if there was almost like a locale that I was attracted to, or like what my hobbies were. And I think, you know, of course, camping and nature, and I'm from the Pacific Northwest, so, you know, trees and damp weather and things like that are things I feel really comfortable in. So that I think maybe was our starting point. Yeah, that's interesting. I want to, can I watch that?
Watch what?
Character creation thing?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. We're gonna post it. Yeah, I'll share it when it's live. Thanks for asking.
Okay, cool. Yeah. Oh, by the way, you didn't answer the last question of how's it been to get back into the studio.
So to answer the rest of Dasmir's question, how's it being back in studio after such a long time streaming from home? I wish I had a beep button so I could just say expletives and beep myself. I freaking love it. I desperately miss the energy of being in person and getting to touch Katie, and now Adam's going to be subjected to me. He's going to be. It's going to be weird when you
start rubbing his belly and stuff. It's going to be so awkward.
How is Baby Bear? Oh no, wrong person. Yeah, like being more physical, and the crosstalk is a little harder because in real life, when you play game especially, you're always having like sidebar conversations. You're like improving on the side. You're like laughing, you know. And then of course over Zoom, it's like you literally can't have more than 2 people talking at the same time because otherwise you can't hear what's going on. So that is a little bit of a challenge, but everything else is bliss, and I don't ever want to go back. So thank you so much to our Patreon supporters and our Twitch supporters. We need you, and thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
I feel
so, yeah, let's do it. Also, it's so fun to be on set. I mean, we're all actors, and being on set is like such a happy place. It's like magical. It still has that magic, at least for me. I don't know. I just
for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Are people still wearing masks on set? Carrie just booked was that a commercial?
It was. It was for Verizon. People were still wearing masks. Yes, the whole crew, they were all wearing masks. The actors, you know, it's kind of hit or miss. I almost didn't leave the set the entire time on stage in front of the camera. It was a very long shoot. So I didn't have to put my mask back on unless I was going to like leave the set area. But yeah, everybody was wearing masks, and everybody had to be tested like 3 times before we even set foot on there. So yeah, they're diligent.
Yeah, sets are extra careful because there's just so many people working at the same time. So Morgan put something in chat that I was not aware of. He said, Carrie, how does it feel to be nominated for an Emmy as a cast member of The Dropout? What is that? What is that?
Morgan.
What is that?
The Dropout was the Hulu limited series about Elizabeth Holmes.
Were you in it?
I was. Yeah.
You were in it? I just
yeah.
watched that. I watched that like a month ago. Who were you?
Yeah, I mean, I think I was only in episode 2, but Edmund Koo, he was her first like tech like science guy in the first couple episodes. I was his wife, Paula Koo, and we had 2 little kids, and so we were like his family life that he was trying to juggle while trying to make the machine work.
Oh my God, that was you?
Yeah.
Oh my God, I remember exactly who you are. Oh my God! I can see exactly what scene you're in. He's on the phone, and you guys are like trying to leave for vacation or something, and you got the kids, and you're like, babe, but you don't say it out loud, I don't think.
Yeah, you know what's so funny?
Famous.
I had my whole
blowing out your headphones right now. She's famous.
She's famous. I had I'll have to post it somewhere, but like they had face painted my entire face with like a tongue on the outside of my face, but I'm so far upstage in that one shot that I'm like, I don't know that they needed to do the face paint. It took forever. It was so
what
funny.
Was that for?
Anyway.
Why'd you need face paint?
Because we were coming back from a birthday party, a children's birthday party, so we all had face paint on.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. Anyway, check it
I
out. You're so cute, Morgan.
Actress.
Yeah, Morgan, you're hilarious. Yeah, I guess I can't really say that. I can say that. I don't know. Whatever.
She's famous. Morgan is famous too. I have 2 famous best friends. So basically, I'm almost famous.
I think you're famous. You're famous to me.
Thanks, Mom.
Yeah.
I'm famous in your heart. Get her autograph. Yeah, Carrie, can you sign something for me real quick? For business. It's
sure,
your
I don't know
headshot.
about you. Yeah.
I need it for business reasons.
Yeah, for business reasons. Yeah. No problem. Yeah. Cool.
So 2O Mask says, is kind of addressing the elephant in the room here, no pun intended. Are the mics getting an upgrade at the studio?
Oh.
Yes, they are. Yes, we are well aware of the audio issues. That has been definitely sticky for us, but look, I'm so proud of us as a team that we've been able to keep this show going after Caffeine dropped us, and getting back into studio was all because of you guys and your support, and we're just so lucky to even be in a live studio that the issues will work themselves out, and we're doing our best, and it's only going to get better. So yes, it's been addressed. A bunch of new tech is coming in, and yeah, it's only going to get better.
Yeah, and thanks to the listeners for being like honest, I think, about it, and then also like
holding
patient.
us to a high standard too. Like
and it's like, great. Yeah.
They're like, y'all are professional. You're a professional D&D show, so we need professional sound, and I hear you. Yeah, and I love it.
Agreed.
Oh, wait, what did I just miss here? Teparto says, now you really have to work hard enough to get her character killed? Wait, what? Why?
Hmm?
Why would we want to kill her character? For what?
My character? Mine?
Are we killing characters because the actors are famous? Is that how this works? I'm confused. I need an explanation from chat.
I feel like we missed something.
I know. Yeah, I think that's all the questions we have in chat and in Discord and in the Patreon. Too famous. Teparto says too famous. No such thing.
Oh, yeah.
We only want Kari to get more and more famous so we can just shamelessly use her for her fame to make our show more popular. That's the goal.
Listen,
no one's recording
I would love
us,
to
right?
be famous. I think so. I hope so. I just, I think we all want to be famous so we can just get more work for our friends.
Truly.
and help people.
Mm-hmm.
That's it's rewarding. So anyway,
I want to be famous so that I can meet Leonardo DiCaprio.
Oh, what would you say?
I wouldn't say anything.
What would Saint say? What would Saint say if Saint met Leonardo DiCaprio?
Saint would say, "Oh, you look like you could be my god. Are you my god? You're shining with a godly light, and you're incredibly handsome. Are you a god?" She's just that innocent.
Nice. Oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah.
I like it.
Cutie, cutie.
Yeah.
Yeah, so one more time, let's throw Adam's image up on the screen.
Cristobal.
Oh my god! It's Cristobal! You're gonna see him on Wednesday, this Wednesday, in 2 days. And we're so excited for you to meet him. And he's gonna be at the table in Katie's spot while she goes and has baby bear. And we're gonna have him on the Cooldown next week. So you're gonna get to ask him all about Cristobal. And yes, it is canon now that Leonardo DiCaprio is Saint's god, not Henry Cavill. And that's where we're gonna end the stream. That's all we have to say here.
I like it. I like it.
So
I'm into it.
thank you, Kari, for joining us on the Dungeon
thank
Cooldown. And just a few more things. We have released a 15-minute version of the dungeon run that was edited and created in part by Kari and Adam. We're so grateful to them for that. So if you have family members or friends who don't want to sit down for a 3-hour stream, we have a 15-minute version, and you can also watch to get caught up.
That was for episode 1.
Yes.
Episode 1.
And I will definitely be watching that again before we go back for our 3rd episode. And more of those will be released in time on our YouTube channel. If you want the links, they're all down below in our About panels. And Cristobal's Session 0 will be released on YouTube, same time as always, Friday at 8 a.m. And yeah, new fun interaction stuff coming, updates coming soon. That'll be announced soon once we're all ready, once Marvel gives the okay. And I think that's it. Does he have a crystal ball? You will find out, Jafrikas, in Session 0. Episode 2 of the Dungeon Rush is coming soon. Yay! All right, bye everybody, and we will see you Wednesday.
Bye. Mwah, mwah.